Happy Good Friday from the Redeemed Believers Church. Thank you for joining us in this commemoration of the life of Jesus Christ in a three-part, three-day series. This is what mercy did for all of mankind. My wife and my son are going to worship what mercy did for us.
Lord, you found me, you healed me, you called me from the grave, you gave me your real love. I thank you, Jesus, you washed my sins away, and now I'm living like I'm forgiven. You came to set me free, and that's what your mercy did for me.
So excuse me if I can't contain my praise, 'cause I know that I've been saved.
'Cause Lord, you found me, you healed me, you called me from the grave, you gave me your real love. Thank you, Jesus, you washed my sins away, and now I'm living like I'm forgiven. You came to set me free, and that's what your mercy did for me. And every morning, mercy will restore me. I will proclaim, and even if the world may fall before me, I will proclaim. It's never afraid. It's patient and kind. I've heard it said, love's all you need, and that it's a many splendor thing. I've heard people sing of love at first sight, how it's so wrong and how it's so right. It lifts you up, it lets you down. But I have found that love is a cross, and love let it be. Love is saving you. Love is saving me. The blood and the nails, a body so bruised, a holy heart was broken. That's how he chose to prove that love is a cross. I've read that love is just a myth. It's only a crutch. It doesn't exist. It's something this world cannot achieve. Oh, but I believe that love is a cross, and love let it be. Love is saving you, and love is saving me. The blood and the nails, a body so bruised, a holy heart was broken. That's how he chose to prove that love is a cross. Peace is like a rushing river, hope is paradise. Joy's an overflowing fountain, but love paid the price. Love is a cross, and love let it be. Love is saving you, and love is saving me. The blood and the nails, a body so bruised, a holy heart was broken. That's how he chose to prove that love is a cross. A cross. Love is a cross. The blood and the nails, a body so bruised, a holy heart was broken. That's how he chose to prove that love is a cross. Love is a cross. His love is a cross.
Truly, love is a cross. One day, while they were still in Galilee, Jesus told them, I am going to be betrayed into the power of those who kill me. And on the third day, afterwards, I will be brought back to life again. And the disciples' hearts were filled with sorrow and dread. Let us say, there was a prophecy. Arnold Schwarzenegger had a statement, and it went like this: I'll be back. That was the prophecy. First three words, I'll be back. Let me redirect you to the book of Luke, chapter 23. Beginning in verse 32. There were two others also who were criminals, were being led away to be put to death with him. When they came to the place called the Skull, they crucified him and the criminals, one on the right and the other on the left. But Jesus saying, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. And they cast lots, dividing up his garments among themselves. And the people stood by looking on. And even the rulers were sneering at him, saying, He saved others. Let him save himself, if this is Christ of God, his chosen one. The soldiers also mocked him, coming up to him, offering him sour wine, and saying, If you are the king of the Jews, save yourself. Now there was also an inscription above him. It read, This is the King of the Jews. Let us point out. First, there was the prophecy. Now, we have a place. Golgotha. The skull. And look at the position. One thief on the left, the other on the right. As we go on, verse 39 says, one of the criminals who were hanged there was hurling abuse at Jesus, saying, Are you not the Christ? Save yourself and us. But the other answered, rebuking him, said, Do you not even fear God, since you are under the same sentence of condemnation? And we indeed are suffering justly, for we are receiving what we deserve for our deeds. But this man has done nothing wrong. Another word for wrong is amiss. Let me say it like this. Sin is missing the mark. But it was clear that Jesus was spot on. He had not missed a thing. And he was saying, Jesus, remember me when you come in your kingdom. And he said to him, Truly, I say to you, today you shall be with me in paradise. What a promise. We had a prophecy. We've got a place. We've got position. And now we've got a promise. Adding to that, John 12:26 says, If anyone serves me, he must follow me. And where I am, there my servant will be also. If anyone serves me, the Father will honor him. In John 14:3, If I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also. We've got the penitent thief with the right posture for the promise. What was the promise? Paradise. Fellowship with Jesus. Fellowship with the Father. Let me say, there was a time I went through a thing and my mother said, Son, there are no bad days. There are no bad days in God. And as we celebrate this Good Friday in remembrance of what Christ has done for us, there's much scripture and there's many encounters and many experiences that we can talk about. But I just want to leave you with these words. Unbroken fellowship. That is what Jesus told the penitent thief. You will be with me today in paradise. In the presence of the Lord is everything that we need. In the beginning, our God wanted fellowship. There was a breach. And Jesus was part of the plan to restore that broken fellowship. So he emptied himself. The word is kenosis. He emptied himself from heaven, come down to earth to dwell among us, to save all mankind. And he did what he had planned and set out to do according to his Father's plans. What I realized was my mother was leading me to a better understanding of unbroken fellowship by telling me there are no bad days in God. That's what Jesus was telling the penitent thief. Yes, we're hanging on the cross. Yes, we're headed to death. But we're headed to paradise. And we'll be there together. Let me say, we had 3 crosses. We had 3 deaths. And we had 3 last words on the darkest day. It is finished. He said it is finished so that we could all experience life again with unbroken fellowship. And that was love as a cross. Thank you for joining us on this Good Friday. And let us leave the thought with you that Jesus did what he did so that we could have unbroken fellowship. Join us tomorrow at 6 p.m. as we bring you part 2 from the grave. Thank you and be blessed.